Welcome to the weekly roundup, SA Footballer TV. Thanks to all our great sponsors. It's Division 1 time, boys. Das, where are we going?
We head to Adelaide University. They took on Teacher Gully, but didn't do that well. 14-17, 101 to Teacher Gully, to Adelaide Uni 7-12-54. So big winners.
47 points. They didn't do that well, you say, but they were very, very competitive for 2.5 quarters, 3 quarters. I think Gully's kicked the last 7 goals. They're really starting to show a bit of a penchant for that ability to finish teams off.
Is that right?
They are.
That's good. Well, the scoreline says a lot too. Like 14-17, 31 scoring shots to 19. Could have been a lot worse. Anyway, goal kickers for Teacher Gully was Stent with 4, Spittle with 3, Melville with 3. Spittle, Tickerman and Schoenmakers in the best. And for Uni, Tom?
Greiger kicked a brace, whilst Taylor was their best player. I don't like to give too many best players out. You're really good to get the best player.
You're a hard man, you are, Thomas.
But
yes.
So you're saying Adelaide Uni not struggling after that big loss? That was because they haven't won a game yet. I know it's only been 2 games.
It's only 2 games.
Second game,
but they've played Teacher Gully and Payneham, 2 teams who we think would be in the 5. Been very competitive in both, been leading in both around half time. So they've got the ability, just not sustaining it at this stage. But they didn't win. You're right, Das. But just saying, not every scoreboard tells the complete story. Yeah. One scoreboard that tells the story here really well is Goodwood Saints and Prince Alfred. Goodwood Saints 16-8, 104. Prince Alfred 10-10, 70. Prince Alfred again looking good at half time, but smoked in the second half.
Yeah, not good signs for last year's Premier, but no doubt Mouse will be working pretty hard to try and turn it around. Goal kickers for Goody Saints with Dempsey with 4, Kells with 3, Hughes with 3, and Scara and Dempsey in the best for the Saints.
Scara, of course, won your award this week for his second consecutive best on ground. For Prince Alfred, 3 players kicked 2 in the form of Crawford, Jake Pitt, the former Glenelg boy, and Brock Castry, whilst Lang and Greats were their better players. Second consecutive 34-point win for Prince Alfred. Things have gone a little pear-shaped.
Loss for Prince Alfred.
Yes. So I was getting ahead of myself because they've pulled teams out this week. They've had 2 losses. Let's hope they don't turn it around against Payneham this week.
Oh, you never know, mate. You never know. But they're obviously having a tough start to the year as a club in whole, in general, I suppose you could say.
Absolutely.
I know they've lost a lot of players, but everyone, that happens year in, year out in amateur league footy, doesn't it? You can't make that excuse. You lose players.
2 sides. They've lost 2 sides, basically, they're saying.
Or one side. Well, they had 6 sides last year. They went back to 5 this year, which now they've shortened that to 4 after round 4 in the lower levels. So, but let's hope that they can turn it around and start winning some games.
Goody Saints, great start.
Good start, yes.
Big percentage, 60% on top. I know it's only 2 games, but just a good start for the Goody Saints.
Yep.
Our next one was the grand final rematch of Division 2 last year. We tipped it.
Yes.
Same result. Modbury 15-16, 106. Spock 14-7-91. Now, I'll start on the Spock side because Tommy Fotheringham was their best player. But Luke Chinorden, who I called Big Luke Chinorden last week, 3, he's not big.
He's not big.
He's not big at all. I had a punt with 70 clubs and 700,000 teams. Sometimes I take a punt on things, I get it wrong, and thanks for correcting me. Don't be afraid to send me any information on any of your games, Tommy Jewell on Facebook or australiasports.com.
Yes.
Is always a good way to get some information through to us. For the Modbury side, one of you?
Modbury Verity with 3, Denmead with 3 as well, Cross and Gibson both kicking 2, Hollingworth Hughes.
We talked about him last week.
Yes.
We said he'll be the key defender of the year, and again, best player. Stood out, so one to watch.
Burns and Warden as well in the best for the Modbury Hawks.
Yes, the Warden taking no prisoners.
Taking no
Okay,
there you go.
Another one, again,
Did you go to St. Peter's goal scorers? Or?
I didn't.
Did you?
Yep.
Must have missed it.
Big Luke Chinorden made a bit of a joke out of it.
Ex-PAC boy, Flinders Park boy, ex-Flinders Park boy, yeah.
He's not big, is he?
No, he's not.
No.
He's sleeping, does.
I was asleep then, wasn't I?
Forty Districts, 16-17, 113, as some of our local grassroots footballers are in the Portland Hotel. Obviously, recovery's not big in Div 4. Salisbury North, 14-9, 93. For Salisbury North, it was Hood and Aegis really that did all the damage with 4 goals each and their best players. For Port Districts, Darcy?
Was for Heffernan, best players, yes, and I knew you were going to take. He also kicked 3 goals. Niskus.
Bugsy Niskahus. And probably a special mention as well to Jay Williams, who kicked 3 and was in the best players. Really good start for Port District.
Also, just a bit of a shout out to young Jake Holland. Dutchy Hollands lad, 18 years old, played his first A-grade game for Salisbury North on Saturday. So good to see him following in his father's footsteps and playing a bit of A-grade footy.
He's just having a chat behind the camera.
Yeah.
If you could just hold off on that for a sec, please, boys. On to our next game. It was the game that we live called. Well, we live called 45 minutes of it before the computer blew up. And again, we apologise to our listeners for that. We've got a new camera. We've got a new computer this week, and we'll be back to do another Tea Gully game. It'll be Tea Gully and Ross Trevor this week we're doing. But it was Ross Trevor who came from 5 goals down, 15-9-99. Payneham North Union 13-11-89. A 10-point win to Ross Trevor. Take us through, gentlemen, and I'll give you a bit of a wrap on how the game unfolded.
Okay, for Ross Trevor, you had Fantasia and Hurley and Gilby all kicking 3. Holm, O'Malley and Hurley in the best rocks, and for Payneham, Dart?
Yeah, we've got Nick Jolly with 3. Now, you're saying he was tearing him up in the first half with 3, then he was held pretty well after that, apparently. Seymour with 2, Gianni with 2, then best players, Orsielio and Donahue in the best players for Payneham.
Yep, so Payneham shot out to a 7-2 lead. Again, I think it kicked 7 straight, really good kicking. Finished on 13-11, so it certainly caught up with them. Jolly was on fire, Pierce Seymour was on fire. Turning point for me was Liam Davis went down and allowed big fella Michael Code, the AFL listed former Gold Coast player, to drop back in front. O'Malley went back on Jolly, did a really good job, won one of our awards actually for the $50 cafe voucher for his job. Holm was good breaking through the middle. Ross Trevor, electric hands, they really flick it around a lot, but we had enough pressure on them that they were burning the ball in the first quarter. We were getting them on the turnover. Looked incredibly dangerous. Payneham looked like it would be their game. Second and third quarter for Ross Trevor. They led at 3/4 time. It was like, well, Ross Trevor by how much? Payneham actually fought back. An unfortunate miss from the goal square. Ross Trevor took it down. And again, when Ross Trevor break, when they've got the ball, they're spread, fantastic. Tommy Hurley was electric. Handsome Tom, as we call him, kicking 3. Paul Fantasia, very dangerous. Gilby, the Gold Coast player, probably the most dangerous looking forward for Ross Trevor. Ross Trevor are a very good football team. 2 ex-AFL players, 6 or 7 ex-sample players, plenty of Ross Trevor juniors. They don't go near the point threshold. They'll be
pointers.
They'll be around when the whips are cracking, which will take us to this week's first game, boys, where they will take on Tea Gully at Pertaringa in a battle of, it's 2v3, 2 undefeated teams.
Yep. Ooh, tough one up there, isn't it, Pertaringa? And I will go for Tea Gully just for that reason, I think. Does?
I'm going for Tea Gully. We are live calling this one. Yes, you probably might have mentioned that as well. You will be mentioning it, but I'm going for Tea Gully because it's it's out there, I think.
Ross Trevor by 6 goals. Ross Trevor are Ross Trevor the best team I've seen this year.
Yep.
And I think they've got plenty more to offer. Their midfield of, and it's going to be a great matchup this weekend. So you look at Holm. I'm going to flick onto their team.
Nelligan.
Say that again a bit later.
Nelligan.
Yeah, I know you really rate Nelligan. It's this week. Their midfield is fantastic. O'Malley is in there. Let's have a quick look. Tommy Hurley floats through there. Yep. Fantasia. You've got Gilby playing up forward. He can go in there. Kamain is another big target up forward. He didn't have his best day. Code will run through there as well. Holland. Big Butterworth, the soccer convert, and ruck battles hard. Baccanello was good. They're a good team. Yep. They're a really good team. They'll give teams a lot of trouble. On the other side of the equation, yes, you've got the McKays for Tea Gully. I just wonder if the depth will catch up with them eventually with no Koshel, no Sandry, no Hand. Ross Trevor are the better team for me. Prove me wrong. And I'll be there calling it live.
Yes,
live. It's going to be a cracker. Oh, hopefully it's a lot closer than what I think it's going to be.
The next game we'll go to...
We're going to go because there's 2 undefeated teams playing each other this week, and again, Goodwood and Prince Port District. Both neither of them finished in the. There's no teams up yet because it's Monday.
Yep.
Neither of them finished in the 5 this year, but they look like they're certainly going to give it a shake this year. Last year they did.
Goody Saints for me at home.
Yeah, Goody Saints for me at home.
With the Tuck brothers, are both Tuck brothers running around?
Just one at this stage.
Just Shane.
Travis. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if Shane's playing. No, I think he's concentrating on the boxing and coaching his kids, so he's a ripper. Shane, maybe later this year. But, no, getting the furious head shake from Moppy.
Yep.
Yeah, no, but Goody Saints, they've certainly got a good team together, and I think they'll be too good. Whaley, so he could play. Scaro's playing really good footy. They've got Kells back up there. The Carter boys, both played league footy at Glenelg.
Yep.
Big boys, don't get shorter. They'll be too strong. Good call.
There you go.
Next.
Spock and Adelaide Uni.
I reckon this is the hardest game to tip of the round. Neither team have won. Both offered a bit though.
Uni for me.
Uni for me.
Well, as you just said before, they haven't been off the rate. They've been very close. They've shown the scores. I'll go for LA Uni, the first win of the year.
Yeah, we're all going
They did
against
well
Spock
against
at home.
Saints,
Spock will
so-
be very keen to prove us wrong, no doubt about it. The Hawks and Modbury. Modbury 1-1. The Hawks yet to open their account.
Battle of the Hawks.
Oh, very good, Wayne.
I'm all over that, aren't I?
Oh, that's
Look at me
fantastic.
go. Anyway, out at Salisbury North Oval, Modbury for me. I think they've just got a little bit too much polish.
No, I agree. I think Salisbury were struggling with numbers at the beginning of the year. I think they haven't sort of recovered from that as yet. So I'm certainly going for Modbury.
I'll take Salisbury North to get their first win of the year. I think they'll find a way. Joey Hay, Clinch, Stingle, Hood, they'll get the job done. They've got plenty of goal scorers. It'll be a close one though. Salisbury North just. And our last one,
Payneham Norwood Union versus Prince Alfred at Payneham Oval.
the Falcons versus the Old Collegians.
Old Collegians.
Great midfield battle now. You look at the Falcons midfield of Donahue, Brinoli, Giannini, just to name a few.
Yep.
Look at PAC's Castry, Jolly, Perryman. Some real rippers in that lot. And then you've got another 5 or 6 rotating through. Hanson versus Darwood in ruck maybe, or Clayfield, sorry. It's going to be a good cracker.
Payneham for me.
Payneham for me. I just think
PAC just probably dropped off the mark a bit after last year's big hoo-ha. Something's happened this year. I think
much as probably when Mouse watches this, he'll send me a message. I think Payneham have just got a bit too much firepower. You know, Princes are struggling as a club in whole.
I
We
agree.
spoke about that earlier. I
Yeah,
just
very
think
good though. They could turn it around any week. I just hope it's not this week. I'll take Payneham as well.
you take Payneham as well. Right, there you go.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.
See you
Yeah.
guys.